Hello， 大家好，又嚟到 All In with Raymond。上一個禮拜咧 ，Tesla 嘅 AGM 通過咗 Elon Musk 嘅1萬億嘅薪酬。咁大家要記住喎，呢個薪酬唔係佢 A 一刻係會攞到嘅，佢係要令到 Tesla achieve 有幾個 milestone， 而呢啲 milestone 咧係完全唔容易達到嘅。例如佢要令到 Tesla 個市值去升大概6倍啦，要去到85萬億美元嘅市值，同埋個 EBITDA 去到4000億嘅 EBITDA。4000億等於幾多咧？係大概4倍而家 NVIDIA 嘅 EBITDA 咯。咁呢集我就唔係講佢個 salary package 嗰度，我就係主力係講 Optimus 機械人嘅 division。因為 Elon 講到就話出年響加州 Fremont 要起一條生產線，就 manufacture 100萬部嘅 Optimus 嘅機械人。咁而向 Austin Texas 咧就會再起一條生產線，生產1000萬部 Optimus。大家先睇呢段片喺 AGM 度嘅，就 Elon 講關於 Optimus 嘅。最後我會同大家做個總結，同埋分析點解我覺得 Optimus 係會令到 Tesla 會升10倍或者以上嘅。而我覺得 Tesla 係會最後會變做美國最重要同埋市值最高嘅公司。而大家係有14個月個空間去部署呢個投資嘅機會。
I think it's going to be the biggest product of all time by far. Yeah. So, like bigger than cell phones, bigger than anything. I guess the way to think about it is that every human on Earth is going to want to have their own personal R2D2 C3PO. So who wouldn't? But actually, Optimus will be even better than that. R2D2, it's kind of beep at you, and it's kind of hard to figure out what he's talking about. You need C3PO to translate. But Optimus is going to be, everyone's going to want one. I think in terms of industry, providing products and services, I think it's probably, 3 to 5 robots in industry for every, one that's a personal robot. I think there could be tens of billions of Optimus robots out there. Now, obviously, it's very important we pay close attention to safety here, because we do want the Star Wars movie, not the Jim Cameron movie. I love Jim Cameron's movies, but you know what I mean. So, So we're gonna launch on the fastest production ramp of any product, of any large complex manufactured product ever. And starting with building a 1 million unit production line in Fremont. That's line one. And then a 10 million unit per year production line here on the I don't know where we're going to put the 100 million unit production line. Maybe on Mars, I don't know. But I think it's going to literally get to 100 million a year, maybe even 1 billion a year. People often talk about eliminating poverty, giving everyone amazing medical care. Well, there's actually only one way to do that, and that's with the Optimus robot. With humanoid robots, you can actually give everyone amazing medical care. In terms of Optimus will be more precise. Optimus will ultimately be better than the best human surgeon, with a level of precision that isn't possible, that is beyond human. So I think that's a pretty wild concept to say, okay, if people have always talked about eliminating poverty, but actually Optimus will actually eliminate poverty. Optimus will actually give people incredible medical care. So, I mean, and so you start getting like sort of some pretty wild sci-fi sort of scenarios where, and some of these things I say will obviously be taken out of context and used in snippets and, sent around, but whatever. I'm still going to say them. Like I think we may be able to give people a more, if somebody's committed crime, a more humane form of containment of future crime, which is if you say like you now get a free Optimus and it's just going to follow you around and stop you from doing crime. But other than that, you get to do anything. It's just going to stop you from committing crime. That's really it. You don't have to put people in like prisons and stuff. I think it's pretty wild to think of the various of all the possibilities, but I think it's clearly the future. My book recommendation for maybe the best, mostly utopian sci-fi future are the Ian Banks books, the culture books. So if you're curious, like what do I think the future is probably like? I think it's probably a bit like that. Asimov to some degree, but I think it's, and Heinlein, but Ian Banks, if you're like saying, what does Elon think the future probably will be like for AI and robots, it's kind of Banksian. Now, things do get kind of wild from an economic standpoint. Because at a certain point, with AI and robotics, you can actually increase the global economy by a factor of 10 or maybe 100. There's not like an obvious limit. Like Optimus is kind of like an infinite money glitch. And maybe there won't even be money in the future. Or money might be measured in terms of wattage, like how much power can you bring to bear from an electrical standpoint. I guess what I'm saying is hang on to your Tesla stock. Yeah. Yeah, man, it's pretty wild. You're welcome. Let's see, I think we've got some slides to go through. I'm going to say ad-lib a lot of this stuff, but... So, when we started Tesla, the goal was to accelerate the advent of sustainable energy, and that's what we've done. I think Tesla has really led the way with electric vehicles, with battery packs, with a lot of solar, and many other companies have then followed our lead and done that. And electric cars, which used to be non-existent, are now prevalent. And the Model Y, for example, is the #1 selling car of any kind on Earth. But obviously now with AI and robotics, we need to update our mission. And our mission, I think it's a great mission, which is to achieve sustainable abundance. Which is, it's like, because I often ask people like, what is the future that you want? What's the best future you can imagine? Because we want to try to make that future, like make the best future you can imagine. And I guess probably the best future is if people, can have whatever they want from a goods and services standpoint or medical standpoint, but at the same time we don't destroy nature, and we keep the rainforests and the beautiful national parks and all that stuff. And so that's what I mean by sustainable abundance. Is that people, can have whatever they want, have all their needs met, but we still keep all of the natural beauty that we want. So. I mean, if somebody can think of a better future, I'm all ears. But I think that's probably the best way to go. So yeah.
喺段片大家睇到咧，就係 Elon Musk 都有講到話，將來Optimus 機械人係會幫到響醫療嗰方面嘅，甚至乎個機械人係可以做到而家我哋嘅surgeon 係做手術。咁呢樣嘢係我相信即係唔係話呢幾年會達到啦，係亦都唔係話第一次去生產嗰100萬嘅 robot 係會做到。我相信呢啲係講緊可能10年先至會達到呢啲咁嘅功能啦。咁係講緊 maybe version 5先至會做到呢啲咁嘅高功能嘅工作啦。咁第一批一定就係會做響工場warehouse 嗰啲地方做嘅。咁呢樣嘢係會幫到好多啲companies like 嗰啲 Fortune 500公司咧 ，like Costco Coca-Cola Pepsi 等等呢啲公司Kmart Walmart 呢啲 Fortune 500公司係好大需求，需要機械人嘅去代替人去做呢啲即係比較 heavy duty 嘅工作咯。咁我相信呢啲公司已經係敲緊唔係淨係 Tesla 啦，敲緊其他嘅喺美國嘅公司做緊研究緊 humanoid robots 嘅。咁所以呢個機會係唔會話擔心到時生產咗冇人買嘅。只要佢做到個功能，我覺得係個需求係無限，基本上。第二陣嘅 humanoid robots 咧，先至會去到household 嗰度。即係雖然Elon 又係講話每一個人都會想有自己嘅機械人嘅R2D2 CP3O， 每一個人都想要嘅。咁佢講嗰個第一個 ratio 響工業同埋家居咧，係大概每3至5部響commercial 對1部嘅響家居度用咯。因為機械人最複雜咧，對Optimus 嚟講係對手同手臂。因為 Elon 都有講過話，即係做到人嘅 ability 隻手係27度嘅 degree of freedom， 但係而家講緊 Optimus 係做緊aim for 係22度degree of freedom，which is very difficult。係即係成個機械人係講緊係成1萬嘅 moving different parts， 咁全部都係 Tesla 想自己生產，包括佢喺嗰個AGM 都講過，佢係需要好多晶片嘅，而佢呢一刻佢同嗰啲 partners Samsung Nvidia 嗰啲Taiwan Semiconductor 去合作，佢哋根本係供應唔會夠俾 Tesla 去做咁多個機械人嘅，所以 Tesla 都有計劃去開條生產線去生產晶片嘅 supply for 佢自己嘅車啦嘅AI data center 同埋 Optimus 嘅。而有個 point 我想討論咧，就係而到時 Tesla 生產到100萬部 humanoid robots Optimus 出嚟咧，而個係真係做到嘅 productivity 係幫到人類。which 我覺得係好震撼嘅，因為你有冇諗過係100萬部 humanoid robots 係等於一個好大嘅軍隊？有冇人諗過話，喂，其實即係如果去做到 training for 打功夫whatever， 同埋幫到 household響 factory 做到 on the same token， 呢啲 humanoid robots 亦都係可以愛嚟做 military 嘅 use 咯。咁當然 Tesla。而 Elon Musk 佢所以點解佢咁強調話一定要控制 Tesla， 就話佢唔想啲 humanoid robots 係攞咗嚟做啲壞嘅用途。OK， 佢係想即係佢係想 make sure 佢係做對人類幫助人類嘅事。咁唔好忘記，唔係淨係美國 Tesla 係研究緊去生產會生產humanoid robots 嘅。第二啲國家都會做呢樣嘢，我已經做緊呢樣嘢嘅。但如果用咗 humanoid robots 去 for military 嘅 use， 而呢樣嘢係用嚟對付美國嘅，咁美國會點做咯？一定會係去揾翻而家生產緊 humanoid robots 嘅公司，而有邊一間公司有咁嘅能力去生產咁多嘅 number of humanoid robots， 係講緊100萬、1000萬或者1億部。 係完全冇一間美國公司有咁嘅能力。就算而家有其他競爭對手 Figure 嗰啲 1X 嗰啲話做緊 prototype 出嚟，但係佢哋係冇嗰個 manufacturer 嘅經驗啊。做 humanoid robots 係講緊要 manufacture 1萬個 moving parts， 係要講緊係個 chip 嗰方面啲sensors啲 body and then actuators 係講緊 much more complicated 定 manufacture 一部車嘅。雖然嗰個 size 係細咗一部車，咁但係而呢啲公司係冇嗰個 manufacture 嘅經驗嘅，係 only Tesla 先至有呢個經驗。所以點解我覺得 Tesla 係將會係呢個 of national security importance 對美國嚟講，而 Elon 係一個 patriot， 如果 call upon 佢唔會有 he doesn't have a choice，right？ 咁呢樣嘢我覺得 God forbid this would ever happen。咁但係 that's why Tesla 係對美國咁重要，而 Elon Musk 係可以同Donald Trump 反面嘅，佢亦都唔驚，即係其他嘅黨都會，即係 Democrat 亦都買佢怕嘅，因為 because he knows that US need him， 即係 things like SpaceX、Starlink and then humanoid robots 嘅，呢個係 of national security。而且如果國家需要佢，美國需要佢去 manufacture drones 嘅，要做100萬或者1000部嘅 drones，Elon 係絕對有嗰個能力去，即係 Tesla to move that manufacturing 去做呢啲technology 咯。因為對佢嚟講 drones 係唔會難would not be difficult at all，right？ 咁所以 I think all this is that Tesla is an extremely important company and 嗰個 productivity 係會驚人嘅 for Optimus 嚟講，係唔需要佢會平過你 the cheapest labor in China。所以我覺得 Tesla 係呢間公司係講緊，即係 that's why I'm all in， 因為 I think it's going to be more than $10,000 per stock is coming， 但係唔會係出年 ，right？ 出年 is going to still be， 因為佢係講緊生產Optimus 啦，又會生產 Cybercab 啦，又會開始生產semi trucks 嗰度啦。咁呢樣佢全部呢啲都未睇到個 earnings come in 2026年嘅。咁所以我就話，我哋係會有大概12至14個月時間去部署個投資 in Tesla， 但係我睇到股價亦都會 be well supported 響400蚊樓上嘅，因為 Elon 上一次買1 billion in the market 咧，佢係最高買到大概390蚊啦。咁所以呢個係一個psychological support for Tesla 嘅。咁但係亦都我覺得有機會，如果個市係stable 嘅，應該有機會係見新高咯，好快。Until then, God bless.